What's the second week like here as you get prepared? It's like the tail end of training camp and for the start of I guess a third regular season here as it being this season?
Again, it's about our prep for Thursday. We have a schedule of things that we try to put in place and make sure we covered, and there's a long list. When you have the break that we had a week off, and then now it's almost going to be 6 full days of practice. So there's a long list of things we would like to touch, and again, we hope that we're touching everyone that we're going to improve our play in those areas, and we're going to continue to do that here, right up till we start on Thursday.
With 22 games left, you break it down into maybe 3-game segments, and you look at literally just every game on its own.
We've always tried to take on the mantra here about every game. The next one's the most important one. And that way we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. We don't look to the future, don't look beyond the next one, the next period, the next shift. And I think that's what we've got to stay focused on in the now and what's directly ahead of us.
Boland and Smitty close?
Smith is closer than Boland, and Boland is getting closer.
It'd be great for you to have your full team at some point in the near future, right?
Yeah, it would be, it would be somewhat of a surprise if we always talk about that whiteboard in the summer to look back and say that you're going to have this lineup and the number of changes that we've been forced to have as far as our personnel, be it through suspension, be it through injury, that this is the time of year now, 22 games left, that we might have our lineup that we wrote down and coming out of training camp in September.
Is there any concern with Van Riemsdyk just taking the shot, coming back as a first year learning of it? Or?
No, he's fine. He's actually in New Jersey now as they landed today or early morning, and Kessel should be landing in Toronto at any time, or it might already be here. And Van Riemsdyk has a flight later tonight. He's spending the day with his family.
Randy, considering the hot stretch you guys went into the break with, do you feel the team established the identity you had been asking for all season?
I think that there are areas that we have proven to ourselves that if we do these things, that we give ourselves a chance for success. I don't think we're any more than that. I still say that our hockey club is still very much a work in progress. Obviously, we've given up far too many shots which have been scoring chances. We've relied on our goaltenders too heavily. Those are the things that we're trying to focus on and tighten up. And we've got to compete to a higher level. Simple as that.
You relieved to get JVR and Kessel back without getting banged up too bad over in Sochi?
Those thoughts never really entered my mind as far as questioning whether they were going to come back healthy or not. I don't think you can ever go into those situations and say, oh, geez, I'm worried to death that this player is going to get hurt. Then you take that on every day at practice. They step out on the ice here. In the first ice storm that you had in Toronto, are they going to slip on some ice and hurt themselves? You could drive yourself crazy with that stuff.
Expect to have them back for Wednesday?
I don't know if we'll have them back Wednesday. I think that both guys are deserving of a little bit more than one day off here with what's gone on and the emotions and the wear and tear on their bodies, and they've been going pretty much straight through. So what we'll try to do is we'll try to manage a couple of days for them, and Wednesday might be one of those days and Friday might be one of those days, depending on how they feel and the feedback I get from them. I think it's important for them to get back and join our hockey club as quickly as possible, but again, we have to respect what they've done and where they've been.
What did you think of Sunday's game? Did you look at it analytically as a fan?
I looked at it, and I hope our players understand that defense does win. That's the simplest statement you can make. In that game, it was played at a very high pace, but defense was probably on both hockey clubs was very evident in the way they approached it and how they tried to set up their defensive schemes. And on the ice, the big ice surface, it doesn't look as fast as it would on say a North American style rink, but it definitely was a high-tempoed hockey game.